Manufacturing is imploding, along with Elon Musk's pursuit of Twitter. But there is profit being made in the here and now, and I'll tell you exactly where it is. Hello, affluent investors all across God's green earth. I am Bryan Ellis, your lovable but scary accurate host for this virtual soiree we call the Accredited IQ Magazine update for May 19th, 2022. This morning, the Philadelphia Fed released its Regional Manufacturing Outlook Survey, and no surprise, things are not looking good. You can get the whole story and all the data from the links in the description, but here's the bottom line. Manufacturers haven't had lower expectations for the future since all the way back in 2008. You know, the time of the mortgage meltdown. It's not just the Philadelphia and Midwest region. The New York Fed released their version of this report just last week, and as you can see, the trend is extremely similar. I trust that I need not make the point to you how central is the role of manufacturing to the health of the U.S. economy. And at the same time, we have eccentric but clearly brilliant billionaire Elon Musk of Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and more suddenly seeking to acquire Twitter for $44 billion, then backing away almost as quickly due to concerns about the prevalence of bots on Twitter. As of right now, we don't know how this will play out, but I've got to say, I find this absolutely fascinating. Look, for all its significance as a social media and opinion-making platform, Twitter has been a rather awful business and certainly a horrible underperformer in the tech world. And Musk, for all his eccentricity, is clearly no fool. He says his interest is primarily in providing a place where real, legitimate free speech can happen, but profit motive doesn't appear to be at the top of his priority list. Granted, he's smarter than most of us, including me, so he may well have some brilliant unknown plan to bring it profitable should the controversy be resolved and the deal close. But for now, even though I've always been and remain suspicious of Musk, I've got to give him some credit, as it seems that free speech is legitimately what he's after. Clearly, he's got the attention of the government, too, as the Biden administration announced the formation of a so-called Disinformation Governance Board 2 days after Musk's deal with Twitter was accepted. Note that Biden thus inherently equates free speech with disinformation. And in so doing, he also creates a virtually one-to-one comparison between his disinformation board and the sinister Ministry of Truth in the famed novel 1984 by George Orwell. By the way, if you've not read 1984 or haven't read it in some time, do yourself a favor and read it again. It's absolutely chilling in its prescience. Nevertheless, though it seems that bad news abounds all around, there's always opportunity, and so far this year, the best opportunity has been found in the energy sector, which really means the oil and gas industry. I know. Some of you want to believe that wind and solar are the thing, but reality disagrees with you at present, and confidently that will be true for decades to come as well. This year, the single best performing sector in stocks has been, wait for it, the energy sector. The single best performing stock among the S&P 500 has been, what would you guess? Well, that'd be Occidental Petroleum. And oh, by the way, all of that is due to the price of oil booming upwards from around $50 to $60 when Biden took office to around $100 today. So those who have been participating in that boom have obviously done very well. Now, if the news cycle doesn't change my plans, I might just share with you some pointers in tomorrow's update so you can know better how to participate in the oil boom from here on, because it shows no sign of abating. That's all for the May 18th, 2022 edition of the Accredited IQ Magazine update. I'm Bryan Ellis, your host, and it has been my pleasure to be with you today. See you tomorrow.